The family of a 30-year-old Bridgeport murder victim, Mita Dumeng, talking on camera for the first time today, a week after Dumeng was killed by a man who vowed to do it. News 12's Frank Recchia with an exclusive tonight.
Marisol still had her whole life ahead of her. It was cut short tragically, and it shouldn't have.
Her given name was Marisol, but to everyone who knew her, she was Mita.
She was a very selfless person. She always had everyone's back.
The family of 30-year-old Mita Dumeng opening up on camera for the first time today, their heavy hearts written all over their faces. Older sister Yvette Velez overcome by emotion.
I'm sorry, I'm just at a loss for words right now.
But finding the strength to tell this story so those who didn't know Mita could understand just how special she was.
She would open her doors to family, friends, and take them in and take care of them.
Mita's life ending abruptly 1 week ago. Out of respect to her family, we have agreed not to name or show in this story the man who police say took her life in what officials describe as a horrific case of domestic violence. Then he took his own life in Tennessee after a standoff with police.
She was very active and social. She loved music.
But this day was about remembering the vibrant mother of four who was studying to become a nail technician. Her sister Yvette says, as a former victims advocate who dealt routinely with domestic violence and murder, dealing with those issues now in her own life somehow seems surreal. So she's keeping the focus today on Mita.
Her story is not over yet. Her story is continuing right now through her 16-year-old, through her 12-year-old and 5 and 4-year-old, and because of them, she will still continue to live.
And Billy, how are you doing?
Not good.
Mita's 16-year-old son, Billy, telling us he will pull through with help from his family. He wants his mom's legacy to be her caring heart that touched every person she met.
Everything she did for everybody. She did a lot for everybody.
In her memory, the family says they'll push for Mita's Law, legislation to make sure domestic violence victims like Mita, who they say did ask for protection from her killer, get it.
Victims of DV, of domestic violence, need to be heard and need to be believed.
Mita's daughter telling us her mom always had a heart full of joy.
Yes, especially for her kids. Even on her worst day, she'll just hype us up. Like, I'm trying not to cry. It's like so
okay,
hard.
Mommy, you can let it out.
Children dealing with the unfamiliar territory of life without their mom. But Mita's sister saying she will always be with her family, a woman whose legacy of love is so powerful, it fills her absence with more than memories. Mita is here, she says, and always will be.
Her memory remains, and people will always remember her, and she will be the catalyst for change in our community.
In Bridgeport, Frank Recchia, News 12, Connecticut.
The family says Mita's legacy, those 4 children she built her world around.
This beautiful young woman didn't deserve this kind of death.
Senator Richard Blumenthal meeting with Mita's family today and pledging to push for action on measures he says will reduce gun violence.